This is day 18 of OT Walk. The theme for today is Judges. The motion is circle. It's cycling. That's the theme for today, is cycles. As we look through the book of Judges, we see that there is a cycle that goes through over and over again. The people of Israel turn from God, and when they turn from God, God sends an oppressor to try to help them realize how much they need to depend on Him. And when the oppressor comes and persecutes them, they cry out to God. And when they cry out to God, God sends them a deliverer that will save them, a person that speaks for Him and interacts for Him. When the deliverer comes, there is victory, there is peace, until they turn from God again and then are oppressed again. And this cycle goes over and over again. We have Deborah, who is the female judge. Ehud, for all those left-handed people out there. There's cycle after cycle with these judges that are following God. Gideon. But as you see as the book progresses, the judges and the people deteriorate over time. You find a little bit later on in the book Samson, who is engaging in things that God said very clearly, don't do this. And then there are some ghastly, horrible things. A Levite who is supposed to lead people in the right way with God. And when something happens he doesn't like with his concubine, he cuts her up into 12 pieces and sends her to different parts of Israel. Ghastly, horrible. 2 different times in the book of Judges we find the phrase, everyone did what was right in his own eyes, because there was no king in the land. So what happened was they would say, well, I'm doing things by my own standard. I'm okay. I look right to me. It's okay for me to do that. And because they were in the culture, they didn't understand the holy standard. So that happens today too. People live by their own standards. They have their own moral code. The thief says, well, at least I'm not a murderer. And the murderer says, well, at least I don't cheat on my wife. But the problem is, we're all judging by our standards. And we have God's holy standard that we're called to account. Judges. And when we turn from God, there is inevitably some oppression, some problems that come into our lives. But God will deliver us. Jesus is the perfect judge, and He will save us and give us victory and peace as we trust in Him and as we follow God's holy standard. Okay, we're going to do the motions for all of week 3. Here we go. Second law, conquering, Judges, Samuel, Saul with no heart, David with a whole heart, Solomon with a half heart.